Hello students, welcome to the online classes of Geography of Class 10. This is the 6th class of Chapter 1, Resource and Development. And the topic that we started discussing in the previous class was land utilization. I'm continuing with the same topic. Today I'll just show the comparative study of the land utilization with the help of the pie diagram. The comparative study with the help of the pie diagram, you can see this pie diagram indicates the land use categories 1960-61 and this pie diagram indicates the land use category of 2014-15. Now hopefully you have already gone through with the previous video and the note the land use categories. I'm just mentioning the land use categories: the forest, the barren and the wasteland, area under non-agricultural uses, permanent pasture and grazing ground, area under miscellaneous tree, crops and groves, cultivable wasteland, fallow lands, that is current fallow and other than current fallow, and lastly net zone areas. Now just see, this is the first one that is pointed out over here. It is the net zone area. Earlier it was 46% and now it is 45%. I'm not going with the fractions. I'm just taking the whole figure. 46% and 45%. Now there is a reduction of the net zone area. Now net zone area means what? It is the part of the land that is cultivated to meet the demand of the food supply. So rather increasing the land of the net zone area or the percentage of the net zone area, it started declining. Why it is so? Because the population has increased in such a way that the size of the farmland started shrinking, and due to support the settlement activities, due to support the transportation activity, due to support the other industrial activities, the net zone area, that is the farmland, is removed to these other activities or the other non-agricultural activities. Thus why the net zone area has been reduced. Second, this blue color indicates the forest. Earlier it was 18%, now it is 23%. Now this forest area has increased, but according to the National Forest Policy, which was introduced in the year 1952, the desired percentage should be of 33% for a nation. Then too it is 10% less, but there is an increase. Why? Because we have started applying or adopting the policies of afforestation, and as a result the forest cover has increased. Next, barren and wasteland, which was 18% in the year 60-61, which has reduced to 5% in 2014-15. Now such a sharp decline. Why it is so? Because now the land is not kept barren. Why? Because the technology has developed and it has been used for various other purposes. It can be used for the non-agricultural purposes, it can be used for the pasture grounds, or it can be used for the agricultural purposes too. So it has been declined. Next, it is there for the area under the non-agricultural uses, which was only 4.9. It has just that is doubled. 8.7 means I am taking it as a 5 and I am taking it as a 9. So if I am taking as a whole figure, so it was only just 5% and now it is nearly 9%. So such an increase. Why? Because continuously population is increasing and demand for other non-agricultural activities are also increasing. Next one is permanent pasture, which was 4.7 and now it is 3.3. Why? Because pasture grounds are not kept as a grazing ground, rather it is being occupied by the non-agricultural purposes, or it has been occupied by the forest grounds, forest covers. Next, area under the miscellaneous trees. It has also reduced. It was earlier only 1%, now it is very less compared to, it is just 1%. Earlier it was 1.5, it has declined to 1%. Next it is cultivable wasteland, which was 6%, now it has reduced to 4%. Why? because now we have adapted the technology how to maintain the fertility of the land. Farmers are getting some sort of the benefits from the government. As a result, it's not comparatively large, not the marginal farmers, the large farmers are getting the benefits, so they are not keeping their land uncultivated. Next comes the fallow lands. Now fallow lands, earlier both, that is 3.73, 3.5, which has increased in both the cases, whether it is current fallow or whether it is other than current fallow. It has increased. Now in this category, the fallow lands which have increased, it comes under the part of the marginal farmers. Why? Because the technological advancement means lot of expenditure, lot of investment, where the marginal farmers cannot get those, acquire those resources, cannot get those resources. As a result, they are unable to maintain the fertility, that is by using the various advancement of the technology or by the fertilizers. So they are keeping the land fallow, and another thing, they are keeping it for regaining its natural fertility. So thus wise the fallow lands have increased. And secondly, our country is a monsoonal climate where the rainfall is very much erratic in nature, which is not a regular one, it is very much erratic. So the marginal farmers do not have the irrigational facilities, thus wise they have to depend upon the monsoon for the agricultural activities, so they are unable to cultivate the land, thus wise the fallow lands have increased. So I have explained all the comparative, I have explained the comparative study between the between the land use categories of 1960 to 2014-15. Now your work will be, which is given in the worksheet also, you have to list out which are the categories that has increased and what is the reason behind it, and which are the categories that made a decline, what is the reason behind it. Already I explained it. Follow the video and just try to write the answer in this order. Now the next category, next topic of discussion is degradation of the land resource. Continuously this irrational, or what we can say, this extensive use of land is leading to the degradation. Now this degradation is related to what are the causes of degradation. The first, very most important cause is large scale deforestation. Whatever the cause it is, maybe we need the settlement area, maybe we need the construction of dams, maybe need the construction of the transportational network, maybe it is to develop the mining site. The first work is to do the work, to follow the work of deforestation. So it is one of the major cause of land degradation. Next, overgrazing, where the pasture grounds are there continuously, the cattle have been grazed out. That is, the states of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra are having the facing the causes of land degradation due to overgrazing. Next is the Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. They are following the strategy of green revolution, and the green revolution means they have to use the irrigational facilities, and when they are continuously using the irrigational facilities, what is the resultant? The soil is getting saline, the soil is becoming alkaline. So as a result of salinity and alkalinity of the soil, the land is getting degraded. So over irrigation is another cause of degradation. In these states only, continuously to increase the cultivation, to get more productivity, they are following the faulty methods of cultivation. Faulty methods of cultivation means if they are cultivating a same category of the crops simultaneously, one after the other, without any change in the cropping combination or not doing the multiple cropping, the resultant, the soil is losing its important nutrients and the land is getting degraded. We are applying more fertilizer, more pesticides to make the soil fertile, and as a result, the basic quality of the land is getting polluted or degraded. Next, it is mining sites. The states of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, due to continuous extraction of the minerals, the land is getting degraded. Mineral process, digging and construction work. When the mineral is being processed out, it is not done in a closed area, it is done in the open space, and suppose any rock is being grinded out. So what is the resultant? The dust particles are getting accumulated on the top layer of the soil, and when they are getting accumulated, what is the resultant? The water that is continuously running off, or it is being pouring out over there, it is unable to infiltrate within the lower horizons of the soil. It getting logged out over there. So water logging is also there, and there is lacking of infiltration of the water. That means it is unable to increase the groundwater table. So in this way, these are leading to the land degradation. And the last one, that is the urban waste or the industrial waste are being disposed out on the land without treatment. So they are continuously degrading the quality of the land. So these are the causes of land degradation. Next comes, now land is limited. We have already studied in the previous topics. So we cannot waste the land. For that reason, we have to conserve the land resources. So what are the ways to conserve the land resources? The first, very utmost important, is afforestation. The degraded lands to be followed with the policy of afforestation. Next, where there are lacking of the forest cover, or there is lack of soil, that is very much prominent to the areas of the soil erosion. If we are planting out the trees, then it will bind up the soil. That is termed as plantation of the shelter beds. Similarly, in the arid areas, if the grasses or the drought resistant crops are grown, that is termed as stabilization of the sand dunes. Then the overgrazed areas has to be managed. Cattle should not be allowed to graze out the grazing ground randomly. It has to be done in a row wise manner, and then only it will be properly managed. Plugging of the eroded land. If continuously due to erosion, the land is getting hollow, then we have to fill up those land area. We have to reclaim those eroded land by filling up by the sediments. That is plugging up of the eroded land. We have to control the mining activities by adapting the proper technology, not wasting the mineral and not degrading the land. We have to follow the scientific farming methods, that is multiple cropping or crop combination has to be followed. Then comes the treatment of the urban and industrial waste before disposing. Lastly, that is where there is a hilly regions, we have to make the embankments by making a big boulders so that we can restrict the landslide at the time of heavy rainfall. And in the other areas near the river banks, if we make the check dams, if we just make a wall-like structure, then what will be the resultant? The water that if during the heavy rains, the water that is increasing due to excessive rainfall, it will not flood out over here, or it will not erode the land nearby areas. So this is the way we can reduce the that is the land degradation, or these are the ways of the conservation of the land resources. Now the question that is given in the worksheet, you have to justify the reasons of the increase of the land use categories or the decrease of the land use categories. So this is for today's class, means that is the topic for the land resource. And if you are having any questions related to the topic that I have discussed, just mention it or clarify it in the comment section. Thank you for following today's class.